you two guys first of all, and the reality of your business and being small guys in a big business. If you're 400 pounds, you got a shtick, right? It's all worked out for you. But you guys are smaller. You don't stand out as much. How did you first get Vince McMahon to notice you?
Well, it was always weird, you know. It was always like something you kind of didn't believe when we were trying to make it in wrestling. We were like, oh man, we're not going to be big enough, man. We're not big enough to wrestle. So there were so many, you know, big wrestlers, and it was a world of giants. So we just, but when we first started WWF, we would do whatever we could to make people remember us. You know, whether it be, you know, take a crazy bump or whatever.
Yeah, I think we were real lucky that right around the time when we were offered an opportunity in the WWF, wrestling went from being 300-pound giants to guys that have more athleticism. And whenever Jeff and I were coming up doing matches, you know, once every 4 or 5 months with WWF, we would do anything we could do in a match, you know, whether it was doing some, you know, neat flip or taking a, you know, daring bump, so that people would sit back and say, hey, you know, that guy named Hardy, he's he tries hard. I like him. I hope he makes it one day. You know, just anything to generate a little interest in us.
Let's talk about the big bumps, which obviously helped all of you guys. And Lita, even though you haven't voiced it yet, one of the things that you see when you see Lita in the ring is that you do stuff that other women don't do, have never done, and maybe never will do. Where does it stop, though? When you set a standard that is so high, after a while, when you keep doing it over and over again, it starts to just look normal.
Right. Well, personally, I think, now, you can definitely tell in my approach to the wrestling business, and Jeff is slowly getting there as well. I mean, the next thing for us, people care about us as people just because they know we put our bodies on the line for so long. The next thing we need to do is have them care about our personalities. And that's where we've got to go from now on.
Mm-hmm. And there's so much room for that, you know. It's great to be known just for wrestling. I mean, like, we don't have to talk. People love watching us wrestle. So, right now.
Right. I think, too, it's always up to us to draw our own lines, because we feed off of each, you know, we'll almost excite ourselves by pulling off something and be like, oh, I don't think I was going to do that. Oh, I bet I could do it with just like this and from even higher or even further out. And I mean, you know, we do have to try to control ourselves a little bit, but at the same time we kind of get carried away and continue it a little bit.
Yeah, because, I mean, let's face it, you are in the business of giving people what they want. When you give people what they want, I mean, Vince talks about this all the time. Give them what they want, you'll be okay. And so far, you've been okay. But there's always a higher ladder out there you can find. There's always another flip that you can do. And I'm wondering, how do you limit yourself? Because I know your drive is to give the folks what they want. But what you don't want to do is give them a broken and battered Hardy Boys and Lita.
Right. Well, you know, I mean, I think, you know, both myself and Jeff, our mentality has always been, you know, you only get one go around in life, and we got a chance to come to the WWF, and we were going to give it everything. And if we went back, I wouldn't change a thing. But, you know, there is a point where your body can only go so far, and you kind of have to, you have to take, you know, what you've got right now and everything you've built off taking big bumps and ladder matches and whatnot, and you have to take it a step further. And like I said, the next thing for us is to develop personalities where, you know, people want to see us for the people we are.
Because as men, you're wrestling, and there's guys out there who maybe don't do it as well as you, but who do the same sort of thing. But Lita, I'm wondering what your approach is, because you're with these guys that do these unbelievably athletic things, that take huge chances all the time. Even, you admit it, right? I mean, you take some chances.
Absolutely.
How much does that force you maybe into doing stuff that you're not 100% comfortable with, but because you're with guys who are laying it all on the line?
Oh, totally. That's never it at all. They help me so much. I'm always wanting to do more. I was never a gymnast. I was never really, you know, I was kind of learning on the spot from them and, you know, from watching tapes and stuff. So, you know, I'll kind of come up with an idea of like, how do I do this, guys? And they'll help me out. I mean, they help me out being so much with them, trying to learn more. I'm always trying to push the envelope, and I'm not a gymnast, and I don't know, that stuff really doesn't come natural to me. So it's kind of a little awkward for me to try to pull off stuff. I just enjoy doing it.
And go ahead.
I was just going to say, and as dangerous as a lot of the things look that we've done, I mean, we've never done anything that we don't feel comfortable doing. I think all the risks that we've taken have been calculated risk and things that we know we can pull off without seriously injuring ourselves.
Well, your company's got to find